To all those people watching, I would like to remind everyone that this video is not made strictly for kids. It is for older fans and adults too. Enjoy the fucking video! This video is brought to you by my loyal patrons. Register now at any tier to watch new videos 1 month in advance before they're made public. Link is in the description. BoCo is the Fat Controller's new diesel who works with Edward on his branch line. One day he reached a big station with his trucks. After he had placed them in a siding, he went to the shed and asked politely if he could come in. Duck was not pleased. He was still hurt that Diesel had caused trouble for him. "You never believe what had happened to me," he told him, and then explained about Bill and Ben's trick. "Luckily Edward came and stopped him. He's very clever, isn't he?" he finished. The mention of Edward perked Duck up a bit, and soon he became more friendly with BoCo. They laughed like old friends when talking about Bill and Ben some more. "Have they ever played tricks on you?" asked BoCo. "Goodness me, yes," chuckled Duck. "Edward is the only one who can keep them in order. You know," he went on, "we sometimes call them the bees." "A good name," chuckled BoCo. "They're terrors when they start buzzing around." Just then James bustled in.
"What's that, Duck? Are you terrified of bees? They're only insects after all, so don't let that buzzbox Diesel tell you differently."
"His name is BoCo and he didn't.
I wouldn't care," interrupted James. "If hundreds were swarming around, I'd just blow smoke and make the buzz off."
"Buzz, buzz, buzz," retorted Duck. "Pah!" scoffed James, and huffed crossly into his shed. The next morning James was to pull the express, and when Duck brought his coaches into the station, the platform was crowded with people. 2 porters were taking a loaded luggage trolley to the front there. "Mind your backs! Mind your backs!" shouted Bert. He then saw that Fred was in a hurry. "Careful, Fred, careful!" he warned, but Fred didn't listen. Suddenly an old lady appeared in front. Fred stopped suddenly, but the luggage slid forward, and a large white crate burst its lid open. Some bees flew out and the passengers were frightened. As James came backing down towards his coaches, the bees began to explore the station, and after someone shouted, the station was cleared like magic. The bees were too sleepy to be cross and found the empty station to be cold. James's fireman was trying to couple the train and the bees buzzed around him, hoping he would mend their hive. Then they could go back and be warm again. But the fireman thought they wanted to sting him and ran back to the cab. The bees then buzzed around the driver, but even he didn't understand and was swatting the bees with his shovel. The bees, disappointed, turned their attention to James, whose boiler was nice and warm. The bees were happy, but not James. "Buzz off! Buzz off!" he hissed and blew smoke at them, but the wind blew it away and the bees stayed. But one bee burnt its feet and thought James had stung him on purpose. It stung James right back on the nose. "Eeeeee!" whistled James. He, his driver and the fireman had had enough, and they started without waiting for the guard's whistle. They didn't notice till too late that they left their train behind. The Fat Controller was not happy and came to see James when he stopped at a signal box. "Although the accident wasn't your fault, James, you had caused confusion by leaving your passengers behind. I've arranged BoCo to take your passengers, and once when a path is clear for you, you'll be shunting in the yard instead." When the Fat Controller told BoCo he was to take James's passengers, he was worried. "But sir, I was to take some trucks back to Edward Station with me," he said. "Don't worry," replied Duck. "I'll look after them for you." BoCo was pleased to have a friend in Duck, and so it was arranged. He collected the coaches and rode away. He managed to gain back some of the lost time, and the Fat Controller was pleased with him. Would you like to pull the express sometime? Yes, please, sir, replied BoCo happily. James returned to the yard and did his shunting. When he returned to the sheds, the other engines were talking about a new kind of beehive on wheels. When they saw James pulling in, they all said, "Buzz, buzz, buzz," and laughed. James thought they were being very silly. The passengers were fond of BoCo and were always pleased when he was pulling the express. He ran them to time and they gave him nothing but praise. This did, however, leave Gordon feeling sour. But that's another story.